Hi Leo, this is your reading for June 2019. This month I'm using the Rider Waite Tarot. We're doing it week by week, 2 cards for each week. I'm also using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield, and an Affirmation card by Mirander Kerr. So, Leo, week 1, we have the 3 of Pentacles. And underneath that, we have the Queen of Swords. The thing with the 3 of Pentacles for me is, if we look at the card, over here we have the craftsman, okay? And here we have the couple who have made plans and now want that craftsman to put those plans into action. So to me, the 3 of Pentacles can often be talking about the craftsman. The craftsman needs to work as part of that team, okay, in order to be able to create. So teamwork. But the craftsman also, you know, it can be about attention, getting the right attention for what he is creating. But the other aspect with the 3 of Pentacles is about that couple, you know, the 2 people there who have made the plans and are showing the plans to the craftsman, for me, are also very significant in this reading. So, you know, the thing with the 3 of Pentacles, it can be talking about you showing off your craft, okay, getting recognized, being noticed for the effort and hard work you're putting into something. It can be a card suggesting there needs to be more teamwork within a particular relationship, be that work or be it personal. But also, with the fact that the couple are there, it may be talking about how you might be making plans with another individual, or maybe you have made plans with another individual. But in order for those plans to work, you both have to be on the same page. Now, the Queen of Swords underneath it, yes, that can be talking about you, Leo, okay? You're fire, yes. But the Queen of Swords underneath it, you know, she's very wise, okay? But she's got that wisdom because of what she's been through, okay? She's suffered a lot. She's gone through a lot of hurt. But the other aspect with the Queen of Swords is that she'll speak her truth. She'll use the sword to speak her truth, but to cut through to the truth. You know, so wanting clarity, wanting understanding. Also, the Queen of Swords is very logical. So it could suggest that in this month of June, if we're talking about a work situation here where you are, as I said, we're talking about the craftsman here, it may be for some reason that a more logical approach to something is your best path to take. Moving into week 2, we do have here the 9 of Wands, and underneath it we have the 5 of Pentacles. The 9 of Wands is a card that talks about having been through challenges. He's using the 8 wands lined up in the back there as a barrier. And he's holding the 9th wand as protection for him, because he's showing the battle scars. He's got the bandage on his head. But what he's saying is that it's a card about forewarned is forearmed. That I've been through all these challenges. and I feel that, you know, the challenges are not yet over. I'm not yet at the end here, but this time I'm ready. Now, the Five of Pentacles, though, underneath it, it can talk about feeling left out in the cold, yes. So we could be talking about a relationship here that may be in difficulty. But the Five of Pentacles also can talk about financial difficulties. Temporary, though, they're not permanent. The thing, though, that I often notice about this card is if we look here, this person here is obviously in a worse situation. They're on crutches, okay? They have presumably a broken leg. And this person is walking ahead of them. They're not assisting them. They're not supporting or helping them in any way, okay? So, you know, it could be talking about sometimes we can be in a relationship but still feel very much on our own. So, is that the case for some of you? Is it the fact that you're in this relationship, but you are feeling as though you are very much alone? That any issues or any battles that need to be fought here, you feel that you're having to deal with them on your own? And maybe the Three of Pentacles showing up there is suggesting that there needs to be more teamwork here. That both of you need to get on the same page in order for this to work. Week 3. But can I just say, though, that if that's not the case for some of you, then, you know, this Five of Pentacles, if it is talking about financial difficulty, you know, or that being on the outside looking in, whatever it's talking about, it is only a temporary energy. And with that Nine of Wands up there, you know, we're almost coming to the end of this. The Ten of Wands is next, okay? We don't have that on the table, thankfully. But you know, forewarned is forearmed, okay? It's not too bad, the Nine of Wands. But it is suggestive that there's still maybe a hill, a mountain to climb. Week 3, we have Temperance. And we have that teamed with the Five of Swords. Now, out of all the fives, this for me is the one I dislike the most. So the Five of Swords, you know, again, it talks about conflict here. But it can talk about conflict with somebody that, you know, they're never going to change. They are what they are. They're the type of person that they want to win at any cost, okay? They don't really take into consideration your feelings. They will win the arguments, even at the risk of hurting you, of putting you offside, of losing you. It's about the winning for them, okay? And they want to win at any cost. It's a difficult energy, and you're dealing with somebody that, as I said, for me, you're dealing with somebody that's not going to change. They are what they are, okay? And that's how it's always going to be with them. Now, Temperance is a card about being patient, yes. But it's also a card about tempering one's emotions, okay? And trying to, you know, remain... because if we look here, she has one foot in the water, which, you know, talks about emotions. And she has the other foot here on these stones, so being grounded, okay? And in the Gilded Tarot, you see that one cup has fire in and one cup has water in. So yes, a card about being patient. So is it here to suggest that you're dealing with somebody that patience is required? I'm not so sure about that. It could be, though, temperance is there, not so much about patience, but as I said, needing to temper one's emotions. So if you're dealing with this difficult energy with somebody that behaves like this Five of Swords energy, then, maybe not allowing yourself to get caught up in that, because that can sometimes be the message with the Five of Swords, not allowing yourself to get caught up in arguments with other individuals, arguments that ultimately you're not going to win. Arguments with somebody that you may have already been through these arguments. Remember up here, forewarned, forearmed. For some of you, this could be talking about a work situation, most definitely. For others, it can be a personal relationship. It could be a friendship. Week 4, we have the moon. And we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, this is you in your own head. Having the same fear, the same worry, and it's going around and around in your own head. Maybe not communicating this to anybody else. Maybe it keeps you awake at night. This is what we all do at some stages in our life. And we then make a situation feel 100 times worse, because when we overthink something, then we start to imagine all sorts of things. The moon, yes, it can be difficult in so much that we don't have clarity with the moon. And if you're in this Nine of Swords energy, there's going to be a lack of clarity because you're not thinking straight. But is it that you're not thinking straight because you don't have all the information? The moon card, the path ahead is not so clear. We don't have clarity. So maybe if a decision has got to be made, it's best to suspend making that decision until we have clarity, until we're thinking more clearly. Now, Psychic Tarot, when the card comes out reverse, the message is the same really, but it talks about how it's going to be more difficult to get to that desired outcome. Now for you, you've got spiritual union, okay? But it did come out reverse. Now, I'm going to read in the book when I find the page, so bear with me, Leo. But there we go, spiritual union. This card deals with relationships involving an emotional bond. It could be between new lovers, kindred souls, family members, friends, business associates or partners. It could even relate to a project or a specific situation. This would be the perfect time to realise that all relationships are really about you. Notice when you interact with different people in your life. Are they giving you energy or taking it away? Is there an even exchange? There should be an equal balance between giving and receiving energy. See, the thing is, there's obviously a relationship here, Leo. Whether, like the card says, whether it's personal, family, friendship, work colleague, whatever. There's a relationship here that is difficult, is going through a difficult time. A relationship, sorry Leo, when I pause the video, it's either that I'm getting disturbed by somebody in the house or I'm needing a drink. So just bear with me on that. You're dealing with somebody here that the relationship is strained, it's difficult for whatever reason, whether it is a situation at work, whether it is something personal going on between you. There is a lack of clarity here. Either a lack of clarity about how things are going to pan out between you both, a lack of clarity maybe concerning another person's actions. Try your best, Leo, not to get too caught up in that Nine of Swords energy, okay? Try your best not to overthink. But there is a relationship here that you and another individual, let's say, are not on the same page at the moment. Yes, there may be arguments. Yes, there may very well be a lack of support. Temper your emotions, Leo. Don't allow yourself to get drawn into arguments, because those arguments are only going to make it worse. Your card from Whispers of Love. Be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. So that's what I'm saying. It's very easy to be defensive. It's very easy to have that mirror image of when somebody else is being nasty, be that verbally, it's very easy to follow suit. But in this situation, to break this down, it may be that you're going to need to express some love and emotion, which may not be easy, but it may be what's needed. Your affirmation card. I allow my actions to be infused with laughter and joy. I live my life to the fullest, never taking any moment too seriously, and I am blessed with an amazing life. So that is a lovely message, but maybe within that message, the secret is to have a bit more laughter and joy, a little less stress and worry and conflict, arguments, maybe needing to get back to a carefree state within this relationship, because there's nothing here at the moment to suggest that this relationship the problems cannot be worked through. Yes, there's a lack of clarity, there's a lack of understanding maybe, but if we express love, if just one of us here breaks down the conflict, then the relationship has an opportunity here to be able to work. But it's going to take one of you to change the behavior. Okay, Leo, that is your message for June. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Bye.